What is up, gamers? Here I have a bunch of DS parts. These are very special parts. Well, two of them anyway. These two shell pieces were from my very childhood DS. It has been through a lot, as you can very obviously see. And in this video, I'm going to be resurrecting it. These shell parts have just been sitting in a bin for all these years, even since before I got into this DS repair business. So today I want to restore it. I want to bring it back to what it was. So I found shell pieces that aren't in, great condition, but they're going to get the job done. I'm going to make it as close to the original as it was. And I have a very special motherboard to go along with it. For those of you who watch every single one of my videos, you will know what this motherboard is. Some have called it the evil motherboard. We'll get more into that later, for sure. So first thing is first, you see I already have all of the parts here for assembly, so we're just going to get right into it. This is the top screen. It's kind of broken. It glitches out, you'll see. But I'm really hoping that it'll work just enough for it to work for this DS. It worked in the DS that I just took it out of. I mean, partially, it was glitchy, but it worked just enough so that it was not glitchy when you snapped the top screen hinge into the main viewing angle. So I'm hoping it's going to be the same way. So I'm just trying to be very gentle with it. So now let's just get all of the other goodies in here. This DS will probably become a backup DS of mine. Like if I want to trade Pokemon or something, I can just use it. So this one I will be keeping. I don't keep any of the DSs that I build on this channel. I usually sell them. But this one I'm going to keep because it's my childhood DS. So I'm kind of bringing it back to life here. Fold this top screen down. This speaker ring. This is the console I took these screens out of. It was a nice blue DS. The speaker ring is missing from right here, so I'll plop that in place. Get these cables routed. That sticker comes over quite far. That's not normal. Alrighty, so now that should be all good to go already. Plop this plate on. Okay, now we got this piece. It's been beat up over the years, that's for sure. But that's because of this DS has had issues. So the issue with this DS originally is that it would sometimes freeze and or not turn on. To this day, I still have no idea what caused it. I suspect maybe the Wi-Fi BIOS chip could have been faulty, and that's it. But it worked sometimes when I held pressure in certain places. So that's why it's marked up a good bit, and that's why it's glued a good bit, because I was like, oh, it works in this position. Let me glue it so that it'll always work. Alright, so the hinge is backwards. So I want to take this back out. And I need to redo the hinge. So right now it's in the open position, I believe. Yeah. Now it's closed. Really hoping this top screen cable stays healthy enough. And there we go. Since it's already glued in place, I don't need to screw anything. And I mean, as we can see, one screw's already stripped and the other screw's not even there. But it's glued. It doesn't need it. It's how it last was, so I'm going to keep it the way it was. Except I'm going to make it work again, of course. Alright, so now we can get this cable routed, and I don't have the buttons. So I'll go ahead and get the buttons. That'll look good to me. Now we can get all these buttons in place. And now the button rubbers. Make sure they're clicky before assembly. Alrighty. Alright, now that the buttons are in, we can go ahead and get our motherboard on. Firstly, I'm going to connect the bottom screen, just so that it's already done. Get this digitizer plugged in. Alright, now plug the top screen in place. Hopefully it works. I'll test it right here now. And now you'll also be able to see the magic of this motherboard and why I want to use it so bad. Let's get it screwed in place. Alrighty. Okay, see, so right there it's glitched out. Might want to try to do something to this hinge. I mean, right there it's working. But if you heard, it sounds evil. It's such a low pitch, and I have no idea why. So I wanted to use it for this DS because it's like I'm resurrecting it back from the grave. It's just cool to me. I don't know. So that works. I mean, the hinge is the only thing. But I mean, I guess that's its quirk to begin with. So you know, whatever. Plug our microphone cable in place, and then we'll need to get our Wi-Fi antenna underneath the cartridge port, which is always fun. This is a tutorial on how to do it first try. Okay, that actually worked. So this motherboard came out of a DS that was refurbished from China. It was a reshell, and I took it apart. So it has this really weird warranty sticker here. So I'm going to take that off because there's a gray piece in the bottom plate that wraps around this chip. So you definitely don't want that sticker there if you have that gray piece still in the bottom plate, and it's still in the bottom plate. So let's get our shoulder button on. This one is missing this post for the spring, so that's very cool. Gotta love my old DS. That one's still there, though. Alright, so now we should be good to plop this on. Alright, now we'll get all of these screws in and see how it works. Give this a little cleaning right here. Get this screwed in. So one thing I don't like, this cartridge port, the metal is sticking out. I don't like that because that's going to scratch your games. Oh. Okay, well, that was fairly easy to fix. Let's make sure it can read games. Alright, so this ABXY rubber is bad. I need to open it back up. Man, this is so cool. Power switch is a little weird. Might need to fix that in the future. Let's get these 4 screws up top in. I love how low pitched this thing is. It's so cool. Oh, it's not reading the game now. That's not a good thing. It was before. Let's clean it. Alright, let's see if it works. There we go, it just needed to clean. Cool! I'm so glad that the top screen is working, that's awesome. 2 things we need to do. 1, set the language. And then 2, the screens they have horizontal lines and they're kind of glitchy outside of the top screen's actual defect, which means the potentiometers need adjusted. I'll try to show this on camera. Sometimes it's really hard to. All right, so with this bottom screen, see how it's kind of flashy and it's like jerky a little bit. And with the top screen, if you look right here, you can see a bunch of horizontal lines. You're not supposed to see them. So I'm going to try to adjust these potentiometers here. This could be really difficult since this board is from China. And I don't want to ruin anything. Okay, the bottom screen is adjusted, but the top screen's potentiometer is, like, off. Ah, I fixed it. Okay, cool. This potentiometer here is, like, down. It's, like, really down inward. It's supposed to be centered. Like, you can see this one is perfectly centered, but this one's down, so it was hard to get a good angle. But we got it. It's looking good. So now, the final thing, now that we got it all back together, the final thing is to pop in our authentic childhood games and to see what they sound like with this evil, evil sound. I love how it didn't read Emerald. Dude, listen to that. Let's see what emerald sounds like. It sounds so ominous, dude. It sounds so dark. I love it. My childhood DS has been resurrected, and he is very, very special. Once again. One final thing that I totally forgot. Just for this DS, just for this project, I purchased a sticker that was originally on the DS. However, it's actually insanely huge, and I don't know why it's so big. This was the same exact sticker I had on this DS, except it was small. It was like, I don't know, it was right there, and this one is bigger than the DS itself, so that was kind of a flop. The sticker came from a Turtle Beach headset that I bought back in, oh man, I don't know, 2013, 2014 for the Xbox 360. And years later, I was like, I'm going to put this sticker on my DS. And it stayed like that for a good couple of years. Then I took it off. But I don't think there's any way for me for this to fit realistically. I can try to cut it. I don't have anything to lose. It's not like I'm going to use it for anything else. So just need to make sure I'm cutting it straight. That is not very straight. Should have used a swing line cutter, dude. Alright, we'll see how that goes. I made some markings. I'm going to see how this wraps and sticks around. It's probably not going to stick very well. It's very old. Still got some stickiness. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So now if this could just wrap around and continue to stick. It'd be really nice to keep the original oval shape of the sticker. I don't know though. Man, well, I mean, hey, that's kind of cool. Got that super glue still showing. Got the originality still popping through. Blown up version of itself, but yeah, it still works. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see, drop a comment, let me know. Thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you next time.